I am Phil Hay, and I am the screenwriter with my partner Matt Manfredi, and one of the producers of the movie. We didn't want to just try to put, female clothes on this type of character. We were hoping to create something where her problems and who she is unique to who she is. And what we hope makes the movie different is that we take the time not just to touch on, but that really what the movie is in the end is a drama about this woman and about her journey through life and her attempt to atone for, in her very weird and messy way, try to realize she needs to atone for what she's done. Karyn takes the script so seriously that she really and uniquely is invested in just knowing the script so deeply and making her choices organically out of that, as opposed to kind of putting choices onto it. The minute we heard Nicole might be interested, immediately I think I can speak for myself, I think all of us knew that the power that she has was what the character, that power could be used to make that human being and that character. I didn't know exactly what sort of transforming experience it was going to be, or exactly what the Erin was going to look like next to Nicole. But one of the first things Nicole said was, "I don't want people to see me. I want them to see this character." And she had such a specific and visceral gut feeling of who this woman was that was so in line with what we wanted and what we were hoping and how we saw her and how Karyn did, that there wasn't really a moment where I said, wow, well, is she too beautiful to play this character who's not meant to be beautiful, or who is meant to not care about that at all? But I sort of knew immediately, just given, if handing the keys to one of the hands down best actors that is alive is always a good choice, I think. She's formidable. And that's something about Erin that is interesting, is for all of her, the way that she's sort of discarded and unappreciated and kind of seen with scorn by some of the other cops, and how she has really struggled in life, largely of her own making. She is formidable, and she has a power, and she often gets what she wants in a scene. And so thinking of Nicole in that context, I also was really excited to see. In one way, it's a drama about a woman who is trying to come to terms with how she's lived her life and try to find some way to move forward. And in another way, I would say this is an LA crime thriller about someone who was, when they're very young, put in a situation that they couldn't handle and has been dealing with those repercussions. And in a way, it's a story of a manhunt, however you look at it. And so in terms of of genre terms, it really is a thriller about someone on an obsessive and destructive mission, of which the consequences start to slowly become unveiled to us. Knowing that Karyn was going to do the movie, and that we already had so deeply, as a unit, the three of us and a family had really done a tremendous amount of preparation and filling out the world, and Karyn walks into every single meeting with such a panoramic view of everything you can imagine about this movie, that her passion is very contagious, and it's also very reassuring to people, because there is not a thing she hasn't thought about. Sebastian is such a wonderful guy, B, such a powerful actor. He's very open, but he also has a lot of ideas, and he's wants to have a good conversation about not just his character, about the movie, about what we're trying to do. So he was a real joy to work with and get to know. Toby's really awesome and amazing, and he was, I think a lot of people know that he's witty, charming, fascinating. You know, he's one of those people that is like, he's very, that people want to be around him and want to talk to him and want to, you know, kind of get in his orbit. Not only is she one of the best actors you can imagine, but she is the kind of person that we're going to want to be friends with forever because she has such a soul, you know, so she's wonderful. Nicole is someone who, especially Karyn and her, just really found something really like a connection that is like a recognition between the two of them of, in so many ways they're so different, but in so many ways they're really similar. And one of the things that really unites them is like absolute passion for art. I'm just so impressed with her. I mean, you know, like, it's just such a privilege to, you know, like to work with and to be married to, you know, who I consider for me the greatest artist that I've ever known. So it allows us to, it's just so much fun to be just rooting her on and doing everything that I can to support that and feeling that back too, that she is so deeply appreciative and supportive of what Matt and I do, that it really feeds back.